Welcome to this episode of the Badass Kids Show. Yes, we're back. We got Angel, we got Sergio, we got Joe. Let's go. Let's get it. Strap in. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Feeling good, man. Thank you for having us, man. It's awesome, bro. I've never done a podcast like this.
Yeah, well,
Welcome.
Somebody's got to pop your cherry.
yeah, bro. Somebody's gonna do that shit. You're gonna be a legend, bro.
And we mean that not sexually. Gotta throw the disclaimer.
But it's
in
gonna
there.
go there, no? We can take it there, right?
I mean, you could
Hey, a
take
couple
it there.
more drinks and we'll find out. Huh?
Yeah, we'll see what's up.
You guys down to take shots?
Hey, you
right
guys ever been to prison? Anyways, so all right, so Russia let go of our Britney, you know, not the Britney that we all wanted, but
Britney, bitch.
yeah, dude. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
About the basketball player,
How they traded for what's his name?
arms
The
dealer?
Lord of
He was an
War.
arms dealer.
The
yeah.
Lord of War, yeah.
Merchant of Death. I think,
Merchant of
right?
Death.
but
Yeah, Merchant of
That's
Death,
who they
yeah.
made that
He
movie.
looks
Yeah,
like
Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah.
They released Nicolas Cage.
He looks like a 70s porn star, bro. Like the stash and shit.
Hey, but the dude looked good, right? For being in jail for 20 years, he didn't look like all tore up.
It's an American jail, though, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's right.
He
Like a
took care of
hotel.
him, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
he did good. Now he's gonna go back and fuck shit up. again.
Right now, he's making a deal right now as we
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
Did you see the exchange at the airport?
No, I missed that.
What, he handed her a gun?
Nah, it just looked real.
Put her good.
Weird, right?
Suspicious.
It looked weird.
They were
bro.
happy,
It was
like
too
They
casual,
were like
right?
there.
It's too
Yeah,
casual?
it was too
Yeah.
casual. You go that way, I'll go this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
go this way. Hey, nice to meet you. There you go. Hey, thanks
Weird,
a lot.
bro. They just kind of met him and then bam, they kept walking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they just went.
And then he fucking got on a jet. Like, come on,
He
now.
just shook her hand and said, man, damn, you tall, bitch.
hey, they tapped him up though. It must have been like one of his boys that picked him up. Had to have been, right?
Yeah, it was, yeah, for sure, bro.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Whoever
bro,
set
as soon
that
as he
deal
got
up.
there, they were hugging and
Yeah.
embracing and everything.
Well,
Well,
he's
they know
like
what's up.
royalty, right, over there? I mean,
Well, yeah,
that's pretty,
he put in a lot of work for them, you know, towards against us, and now he's back about to do it again. That fool's probably been scheming on this whole time.
I just read he's like trying to do some politician shit too.
Because it's weird.
I can see him win.
It's weird that meeting even kind of setup happened because, like, he's technically a war criminal and she's a dumbass. You know,
She
like
hates America. And
yeah.
she's fucking,
So like, I mean,
yeah, bro. She kneeled for the anthem and stuff, and she's publicly.
that don't
said
mean you
shit
hate
about-
America.
That's why everybody's
it is.
mad about them like trade.
Yeah, because there's other Americans
Marine,
in jail.
The Marine. That's the biggest name
like
right
you
now.
did all that for somebody that doesn't even like America.
It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. Like I feel bad for the family, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, bro, like there was a Marine, like somebody that actually fought for the country, like
Hoorah.
you know. Yeah, they probably have a.
But
ton
you know
of people.
that'll
Yeah.
let you know how strong social media is and you know the culture, right? Because whoever gets the most push is
Yeah.
gonna get the most
Yeah,
support,
and that's
Exactly.
right? And the other people are not in the limelight like she is.
True.
Bro, you got LeBron asking for her to be released. You got all these famous people, you know.
Well,
advocate-
they're in the same fucking sport. Oh, that's kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
and let's be honest. Let's
But
be honest.
the biggest
She's
basketball player
she's
in
a
the
female,
world.
bro.
And
Oh,
then she's
yeah,
got the
biggest-
LGBT
biggest
whatever,
basketball player in the world,
community.
though.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was she?
Oh
No, LeBron.
LeBron. For LeBron to come
She
out,
was a
and-
pretty big deal in the WNBA too, right?
at one point.
I didn't know who she was until fucking that shit came
So
out.
she got arrested.
Can you guys even name a WNBA team?
Brittany
The LA
Sparks.
Sparks.
Huh?
That's
The LA Sparks.
Sparks.
That's the only good man here, bro.
No, actually,
the
the
fuck?
one I really like though is the Las Vegas Aces.
Okay.
Oh, there's a.
Are you a
women's
Raider
team in
fan?
Las Vegas?
Huh?
Are you a Raider fan?
Hell yeah.
Ugh.
That's right, bro.
You guys
So,
too? You
so
too?
well, the reason we just won the championship.
Who's
What?
we?
WNBA, they
Who's we?
did.
Oh, the Raiders? I was like, no, what?
The Raiders
You guys,
have
only
not
thing you
won no
guys
fucking
won was
Super
Hey,
Bowl.
hey, we're gonna
herpes,
go to the
bro.
Super Bowl next year.
Right.
Won the-
Really?
They won the championship.
Oh,
they
shit.
had a parade in Vegas and everything. And guess who the owner is?
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis. Oh shit. Mark Davis owns them and owns the Raiders, bro. He owns both.
At least
And
one
they just
team is
won the
winning.
championship.
I think you should sell the Raiders though.
Yeah, please.
Nah, take it easy.
Or
Come
change
on,
his
bro.
haircut, bro.
What do you think, bro? I'm a Raider fan, bro. I'm a Raider victim, bro. Like,
You're not.
talk to
no,
me, dude.
You're not a Raider. You're a Raider fan?
Yeah, I'm a Raider victim.
For real?
Yeah, he is.
My whole life.
What up?
Really?
Yep.
How far back? How old are you?
Pretty far
I'm
back.
27.
Damn,
27?
School you right now.
I never got to see him when I saw them when they lost to the Buccaneers. I remember.
You got as far as Gannon, huh?
Yeah.
Probably. Tim Brown, the last years.
Yeah. Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Damn.
And they were 40.
So you saw him win in L.A. and all that shit then?
I don't know about all that, bro.
How old are you, like 60 or?
That was the year I was born.
Holy shit.
You look
So
good
you're
for 60, bro.
55, bro.
What's your secret?
Cigarettes and fucking cocaine.
Hey, fuck it, dude.
Baby powder.
So that's what you meant. That's what you meant by powder
Bro,
room.
he's got the softest hands in the
you
world,
guys
bro.
fucking told me, put
Shit.
makeup on. I fucking...
Show him your hands, bro.
Nah.
Fair
The
enough.
real hand model in this motherfucker right here.
But we're going to win it next year, so that's the important part.
Yeah, bro. Next year.
That's a spirit.
It's always a spirit.
Keep it going.
Yeah,
Sure, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're a Raider fan, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's too bad for you guys.
Yeah, it
bro.
is.
Not
Sucks.
make this podcast
I mean,
about the Raiders.
you don't think you're gonna choke though?
Please don't.
Huh? Who? Cowboys?
Yeah.
Probably.
You know what? Nah, man. This is our year.
Okay.
Yeah?
For sure, 100%.
It's,
I don't know.
He's
The
at
49ers
a-
are
it's going to
strong.
be your year. Our
Normally,
year next
when
year.
you
huh?
talk to him,
Next
he'll
year.
be like, fuck.
You know
my
what, man?
quarterback,
That's a devastation right there. The Packers
Packers.
having Aaron Rodgers and not having.
No,
Bro,
Russell
that's
Wilson, bro.
a
What
waste of a
Yeah, that's
football
gotta
team.
hurt.
I think,
dude.
in my opinion,
I mean-
the greatest quarterback of all time.
Really?
Oh,
Hey, you
my
think we
too,
can
bro.
have him next year? Or?
Hey, can we borrow him next year? At least I think we might win, dude.
What do you like?
At the Saints. Yeah.
They're pretty
Mhm.
good,
The
huh?
Saints?
They're
Yeah.
kind of a weird team.
No-
Yeah.
Nothing bad though. Nothing
They
bad.
got
If
a
we
good
win,
defense,
I'm
but
good.
then
I'm
Andy
good.
Dalton and
We're having a tough year. It's all right though. It's all good. We're still
You just don't have the coach for it, bro.
the coach, dude. Why'd you guys do that to us?
What do you mean?
You guys pulled some black magic, huh?
Yeah, we did.
When he got hired, I was like, "What the fuck? This motherfucker." The voodoo shit, huh? And all of a sudden, we're the bad guys.
All right. I don't want to talk about the Raiders no more, right? So, anyways, so I always like to kind of ask you guys questions, just because, you know, I want to get to know you guys. The audience wants to get to know you guys. Can you tell us the most trouble you got in high school? What's like something, and it could be anything, any type of trouble.
Fight, fucking, you got suspended.
It could be even like, fuck, somebody broke up
Or
with
if you do, or if you did
Like-
something bad and didn't get caught for
Or a
it, we'd
crazy
also like
story
to
you're
know
part
too.
of in high school,
Party.
you know what I mean? Like,
Even if it didn't happen
I know
to
it
you.
was like 40 years ago, but
Shit, bro.
Wait, what?
You guys didn't write it down anywhere?
Yeah, you're gonna have to edit this part. Let us think real quick.
All right, for sure, for sure. We thinking.
I actually wanted to ask you guys maybe about Ruckus, you know?
oh,
'Cause
okay.
That's not, how did you guys, because I was too young, bro. I know you guys kicked it with my brother, but how did you guys come up with Ruckus? Who came up with it?
So it
who,
was
who had the fastest car and who had the slowest car?
So it was actually a guy, Aaron, rest in peace. He just passed away recently from cancer. He came up with Ruckus, right? Him and a couple of friends.
Him and Chris.
President Chris. Chris, what was his name? I forgot his last name.
Starts with a V.
I remember.
All right.
But you know, yeah, let's get into this. It might be a little deep right here, but you know, for us, to be honest with you, I don't know.
It was
maybe,
a way of life.
A quarter mile at a
Hey.
time. Quarter mile at a time.
Dude, is
you
that
know-
Dominic Toretto, dude?
hey, as cheesy as it sounds, it really was.
you know
Yeah?
what? For me, it was like finally, I had something to grab onto, something that was my own. You know, what I mean,
Okay.
a group of friends that I could count on.
So, so it was like a car club.
It was a car club, but it wasn't really about the cars,
Right.
With this group, you know what I mean? It was just like the friendship,
more the crew
the
that was in it.
camaraderie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So it didn't matter who
It
had
was
the
a
fastest
it was
car,
more of the
slowest car.
You
company
know
at
what
that
though?
point.
But it was right then when everything was popping off with like Fast and the Furious. I remember going to go see that movie with everybody, and then the parking lot just being full of just racing cars,
Yeah, bro.
full.
I wish.
bro.
I honestly wish I could have gone to that movie opening
crazy,
night.
bro.
Yeah,
Can you
bro, I remember
imagine
when I
Yeah.
was a kid.
going to
when
go
that shit
see
came
that movie and then you have like
That's what you were
100
living
cars?
in. That's literally what
Yeah,
your
we
life.
were-
Yeah.
yeah, we were
Yeah.
living
You
in
have
that era.
100. You have 100. Cars in the parking lot ready to race.
Yeah.
And would you guys race for money? I mean, did you guys actively race?
No,
for
because nobody had enough money to actually have cars that were fast. They were all just show rims and body kits, but nobody actually had enough money. Like we would work the whole week, make whatever we could, and then put what we could on the car, like on the outside.
We had some guys that were fast, but then when
We were
would
kind
go-
of hood, bro. So like our thing was like airbags, you know what
Gotcha.
I mean? Like really like show, like
that
not
was the
racing.
style.
That was the
That
thing
was
we
the
were
thing.
into. Like who can get the airbags on? Who can get the car the low? Who can get the
Yeah, you
biggest
guys
rims?
for you guys for that era, it was more aesthetic pleasing than
Yes.
actually like the motor or
Yes.
anything actually done to it. Yeah.
And so a lot of the guys nowadays, they wouldn't understand that they're all about the racing, which is cool, right? I understand both
Yeah,
sides.
yeah.
But for us, it was more about the looks and about hanging out.
Yeah.
Parking the car, driving slow so the haters can see the rims,
Hell yeah.
And for us, it was about that.
It was sick though. It was sick. We would go to the races. We'd hang out. We'd be there and everything. But
It was always cool when the cops would come and break it up, and we'd all take off in different directions.
So
And
is that accurate?
like
Like in
the
the
movie, bro.
in
Yeah,
how
it
they
was
do it in the
legit,
movie?
bro.
Yeah.
I remember one time I had a girlfriend at the time, and the cops got there, and you're not even thinking. I got in my car.
Fucking ditched her or what?
Yeah, I left not without thinking. You know what I mean? Like that animal instinct in you. You know what I mean? You get in the car and
I gotta survive, right?
You gotta survive.
get out of here, bro. And I'm like a mile away and thinking, oh shit, I didn't. Where's she at? So we had a bunch of friends there, and she had jumped into somebody else's car.
Yeah.
No, last thing you saw her?
No, she went the one way. I went the
and
other
I've
way.
been single ever since.
And I've been with her ever since.
So your name starts with a V.
He's got no shame, bro. He took her, and that was it.
Hey, but who had the fastest car? Who had the slowest car? Just from.
Well, we all had slow cars. Let's be clear about that. We all had slow cars, but
Hey, lying,
Hey,
bro.
nobody was fast.
Nah, we had some fast
who,
cars.
bro? Who was fast?
Lance.
Oh,
had
yeah.
a fixed up SI.
Paul had a fast ass car, and Lance had a fast ass car.
That's
He
high.
had a
He had the
fixed up-
S2K?
No, those are nice.
Bro, it's
Those are
sick
nice.
SI.
Remember
Like-
those SIs?
Bro,
Huh?
You remember the SIs, the 2000s?
Bro, they were
Yeah.
sick.
The blue
Bro,
ones,
he had
remember
it
the...
fixed up. It was fast, bro. It was fast. But
So, okay, and I'm completely ignorant to this. Okay, so people, how often did you see people lose their pinks? Like, how often did that happen? Maybe I should ask it that way. Like, did people
bro,
actually
there
do that
used to
often?
there used to be people where you would, roll up to the spot where people are racing, and one of them was here, like in City of Industry.
Mhm.
We're like an hour away from that,
And,
bro.
and there would be, and there would be a guy, and he'll show up in a truck, and he has a trailer, and they're bringing cars. You know what I'm saying? They're literally bringing cars just to race them. So they would come in a truck, a trailer in the back, and then
He's talking about
Oh, but those were
Flatbed.
built cars, huh? Those were fucking.
yeah,
like
those
you
were
can-
stupid
Yeah,
cars.
they were
That
not.
was
Those,
six. That was the
Yeah,
thing back
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah, it is now.
well, yeah, but those
so
cars
they
were
would
like
roll up like that,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden just
Like to this
shit
day,
out of you.
I have a 1970 Chevelle right now,
Damn.
and if you seen it, you'd be like, man, that's a sick ass car. But it's got the stock engine. It's really slow.
Yeah.
But I'm not interested.
No,
in
but I
it.
mean, it's some of the older cars that just the aesthetic pleasing, like the way the body is of the car is all you really need.
Yeah.
You don't really need to go
Bro,
fast
but
all the fucking
even
time.
then, it'd be like and this is what in the 2000s, but it would be like a 1980 Corolla, bro. Just
Oh, shit.
and then but you'd be like, what the fuck is this, bro? And it would come off the fucking trailer, and then all of a sudden, bro, smoke the shit out of everything there, bro.
It was a sleeper.
It's all built and tuned and shit.
Yeah, it was all built. It
What
was
the
ugly
fuck?
as fuck. It was all that, but it would get off. But you would know, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker. You ain't gonna pull
Yeah,
up.
and if somebody comes to race you and they pull their car off a fucking trailer,
Yeah.
you're losing, dog. You're losing. There's a reason they didn't fucking drive it there, bro.
We've also clowned on guys that have done that too, and their car sucks.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then
Oh,
you're laughing
shit.
at them. Hey, man, you fucking brought that thing on a tow truck, bro. Like,
That's the only way to get in here, dude. What the fuck?
Better leave that shit at the races.
That reminds me, not to get off subject, but I remember I was pretty drunk in a car one time, and there was a checkpoint coming up, and I pulled into a driveway, and there was nowhere to go. They had it all blocked off. I was fucked. When I had got to this point, I had to go into the driveway, and I was thinking to myself, fuck, what do I do, you know? I called AAA, and I towed myself home from there.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And the AAA guy pulled into the driveway right away. He was like, "I know what you're doing. I never done this before, but you know what I mean." So it was pretty crazy. I was in the tow truck with the guy, and as we're going through the checkpoint with my car in the back,
What a
like,
fucking
How
G,
old
dude.
were you at that time? How old were you?
shit, bro. I don't know. I was young. I can't. It was in
He
those
said,
days, you know.
What's going on, officer?
But
good,
I remember
good.
thinking to myself, man, that was pretty fucking awesome, bro. That was some Gone in 60 Seconds shit right there. Bro.
Hey, you're probably the reason they offer that shit for free now. Like during the holidays,
Yeah.
like AAA will do from like I think 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh,
And
do
if
they?
you're like
For
10
drunk drivers
miles,
and shit,
yeah,
right?
for like 10 miles. If you're 10 miles away from your crib, then they'll come and pick you up and drop you off.
But I mean, instead of them towing my car, I did it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was
G
pretty
right
cool.
there.
Yeah, that was pretty slick. I
That's
remember
smart.
that. Uh huh.
Staying quick on your feet, huh? You
Yeah,
ever rob a bank?
we've always, I think, you know, I'm not, maybe you guys too, but we've always been like survivors, you know, solution seekers.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like quick, bro. Like, so that's,
Street smart, you know.
that's helped us now as adults too. Like, you know, any type of business or work we do, like we're quick, you know, where people are always like, man, you're such a good liar. You're such a, but it's just,
No, hell no.
they can't
Understand it.
understand, you know what I mean, the survival that you had to go through as a kid and how you had to be quick.
It's like a
and-
muscle reflex, honestly. Like when
Yeah, and-
I answer quick, sometimes I'm like, damn fool, like you got to think of something else after that. Like,
Yeah.
So
I
you're
just
like a
say it.
manipulator. They like to brand you as like, oh,
Right.
you're a manipulator, but it's like not that. It's just like, you know what I mean. You're just so like instinctive with everything.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not.
you know
really-
exactly where to go.
You're not
with something.
hesitating. You
Yeah.
can ask me something, and I won't really hesitate. I'll tell you. It might not be true, but
I'll
you'll
tell you
believe it.
something though, right? I'll tell you something. You might ask me a question. It might not be right, but I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah, as long
You
as
might
I
believe
feel like
me.
as long as you're not hurting anybody, right, or like stealing from anybody, then what does it really matter? You know.
That's true.
Are you guys into cars and stuff or racing at all? Or
You know,
I recently lost my STI.
Like in a pink slip race type deal?
Nah, bro, shit got
yeah,
totaled.
he lost to a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
He lost to a Honda
I should have said that. That would have been
Oh, shit.
cooler.
It fucking came off a tow truck. Huh?
Fucking- hey, a Fiat 500 beat him, bro.
I lost it at a checkpoint. Nah, I'm
Really?
just kidding.
Did you?
No.
What
I
happened?
got totaled. I got it was raining. Lady just decided to do a U-turn out of nowhere and just smashed right into me.
Oh,
Basically like T-boned me.
so it was
but
her fault.
Yeah.
that reminds me of another story. You know, you got to be careful out here when you can't just be punching on people and fighting people. No, really.
Why is that?
No, I get what
you know what I mean? Because
Just-
the people could press charges quick, even if they instigate it. There was a guy that, you know, there was a scuffle at work, and the guy walked by and he goes, like he said something to him, and he goes, "Shut up, bitch." And you know, to what we understand, right? Like us, like that's those, like you're
That's
inviting
fighting
me
words.
to a fight,
That's
right? Like,
fighting
there's
words,
no
yeah.
choice. They're here, like we have
Don't
to fight
disrespect
now.
me, bitch.
So he went, he beat his ass, and the fool pressed charges on him,
Oh.
like a bitch, you know. And
So there's lawyers for that too? I know this is so
it just
stupid.
let me know too, like you just can't go around fighting people, because you know,
Yeah.
even if they
They'll sue you
instigate
for
it,
anything
they could
now.
sue you.
Yeah, hell
There's
yeah.
gotta be a
Especially in
ti-
California.
Got to be
you
a
know
time
what I
and a
mean?
place. Time and a
Especially in
place.
California.
It's tough.
Shoot,
bro.
even you can't even pull up to anybody now because especially like road rage, you know,
Oh,
anybody's
yeah.
strapped nowadays. You know what I mean?
And people get trigger happy really quick. you
Well,
know?
yeah, but I think we're getting lazier as a people, right? So the lazier you get, it's just easier to shoot.
Yeah.
And that's funny. I heard Mike Tyson say on another podcast, you know, it's like people think that guys in jail are tough, but actually they're actually weak,
They're not just
right? Like it's
smart
easy,
before,
it's
right?
easy to shoot somebody and stab people. But what about actually fighting somebody? Or
Yeah.
you know, what about staying out here and working for your family and supporting your family? That's the hard part. Going to jail and getting free meals, you know, and all that stuff that's easy.
That reminds me. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie, but A Bronx Tale.
yeah,
The dad tells him like, you know, a working man is a real man. You know, a 9 to 5. You know, not killing somebody is really easy. You know, it's pretty much says the same shit in the movie.
It is easy, bro. There's no thinking to that, and that's really the mindset about it. Like when I play poker, when I get into a weird, like a complicated situation, what do I do? What do we do? We go all in.
Or
You know what I mean? No, I go all in because I don't want to think no more. I don't want to. I don't
just
want
wanna
to feel
get it over
dumb in
with.
that.
Well, actually a lot.
I don't want to feel dumb in that situation. I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna
Who
go
has
all
no
in, and
parents
I'm
and he goes all
gonna
in?
avoid
this
any.
is why you're here now, bro.
and that's why.
This is actually your AA
Yeah,
meeting,
this
bro.
is your intervention.
Yeah,
right
this is
here,
your
bro.
intervention, bro. We love you. so-
Everybody here cares about you.
So same thing with these dummies, bro. They get into complicated situations. They don't really want to talk it out. They just rather shoot it. It's over, done deal. You know.
I mean, it is true. You know, you should be careful who you approach if they're strangers and shit.
You know, I'll be honest about that. I've thought a lot about that a lot more
Bro, killing people. What? Oh.
about like road rage and stuff now.
Like holding back, like
no,
like,
no. But
Yeah, right.
you've
When I
become
find-
an
when I-
angrier guy. You've
when-
become
when
an
I-
angrier guy lately, bro. Why? No, no, really.
Oh,
Let's talk
So
about
This
it.
is therapy
a
session.
lot of the times, like you know, you'll
Lay
deal
down,
with
bro.
people
Get-
driving.
Talk-
You know, you'll deal with people driving, and then you know you end up getting upset over parking spots, things like that, or just people cutting
Stupid
you
shit, right?
off, just dumb shit. And then I find myself, maybe because I'm older now, but I find myself kind of just thinking like, just let it go, bro.
It's
You know
not
what I'm
worth it
saying?
anymore.
It's not worth
Just
it.
because exactly, it's not worth it. You know, I'm over here thinking like this motherfucker, and then I'm
He used to
thinking,
drive
I wanna-
around with AA batteries in his car.
Oh,
Back
you.
so he could-
Oh shit.
Yeah, right,
quarters,
be honest,
quarters,
bro.
and shit.
This is all alleged.
motherfucker.
I remember-
Allegedly.
No,
Allegedly.
Yeah. That's funny. I remember in Oakland there was a homeless guy with the sign. The homeless guy with the sign saying, "I bet you can't hit me with the quarter."
Hey, you hit him? You tell me you hit him.
That's
Yeah,
his
but he
story,
hit a
bro.
fucking quarter, not a fucking AA battery, motherfucker.
That's his story, bro. I never heard that.
He said I wasn't there. I'm not too sure about that one.
Well,
bro.
that's that whole survival line thing. You see how good he did
Yeah.
that? You see how good he did that, bro?
Effortless.
Hey, he didn't even flinch,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
Look at
Slide right over.
That's cool. That's cool. How do you guys feel about like homeless? Like, because I know, and what I mean by that is some people
About homeless?
yes, like some people don't like them, like in general, because they feel like they're just lazy.
Seem as less of a person.
Yeah, they're just a waste. Yeah, they're wasting space. Some people seem like that. Some people give them money. Some
It's
people
funny,
don't.
you know, only in America, right? That's how blessed we are. Only in America are the homeless overweight too. Ain't that
Oh,
crazy?
shit, yeah.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Ain't
Yeah,
that
where you getting
crazy?
food from?
Ain't that about
I never thought about
You
that.
know, homeless is a decision, bro. But they do have real mental issues. But it's all. I believe it all comes from drug abuse, right? Most of it, and then they just don't want to be told what to do.
But do you feel like
I
it's
think that's the biggest thing.
do you feel like it's okay for them to be able to do shit like what they do because they're mentally ill? Like,
Well, look, right. Like the problem is that America's free.
Right.
You get the free choice to do what you want. So that's number one. And then they don't want to be told what to do. They're
Right.
tired of people telling them to stop doing drugs. They're tired of they I mean, they don't want to go to work and be responsible. Bro.
Right,
They just
right.
rather do drugs and steal and live on the streets where they don't got to follow any rules. You know what I mean? And that's the bottom line.
how do you feel about giving money to them?
I mean, yeah, I feel like you should, right? Like I feel like we're all humans, and
But not every time.
I
though,
mean,
right? It's
honestly, it just kind of depends for me. If I'm talking to someone and I feel like they're going to use it for food, or just kind of depends on what they're going to use it for. If I feel like potentially they're going to use it for like drugs or alcohol, then probably not. But
I think you got to be very careful because it could be you one day needing help.
I
And
think about that.
how are you going to judge and pick and choose who? Yes and no.
No, yeah.
so I get that, but a lot of the times, what I'll do instead is, I'll go get the food and I'll give them the food
instead of the money.
Instead of the money.
Yeah, yeah,
Instead
yeah.
of the money.
And most of the time they'll accept the food.
Most of the time, but there
I've
is-
had 'em tell
there's-
me no,
yeah,
bro.
I've-
Yeah,
so me
they
too.
tell
Me
you
too.
no, then what? Like,
I want
but-
money. It's like,
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah. See, because I'm not for giving them money. I am sympathetic to situations, but even though I one day what if that's me? I understand, but I don't do it because now it's a decision. So now some of these guys are banking more in a week than I am, and it's like, what the fuck? Like I gotta wake up, I gotta go deal with motherfuckers all day.
I used to think that too, but now for myself, even if it's a buck or two, let God judge them, bro, not us. You know what I mean? Right?
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't want to get too religious, but
No,
let God judge
Amen.
them. You know what I mean? Hallelujah, baby.
Hallelujah.
No, you know what I mean? That's not our job to decide, bro. And who is that? You know what? They're a human like us. They're in a bad spot, and you don't want to be in a bad spot one day and somebody judge you, or you know what I mean? And ask you like, well, if you want to borrow money, it's gonna be for this, right, or for that, right? Like,
Right.
you know what? Here you go. Do what you want. It's on you, bro. It's your life, and that's my thought on that.
You know what? I had a situation where, because I'm of that train of thought too, and I had a cousin. He fell real bad into drugs. He went to rehab. He moved to Arizona to go to rehab. He comes back. He hits me up. He's like, "Hey, bro, everybody's kind of shunning me out. I'm trying to get back on my feet. Do you think you could help me buy some work boots so I can go work?" Right? And that was a requirement that you needed to wear like steel-toe boots or whatever. So I had just gotten paid, and I wasn't making that much money at the time, and I was just like, fuck it, like if I was in that situation, I would want somebody to extend a hand, right? So I went, and I was like, I'll buy them for you, and then I'll drop them off. And he was like, nah, bro, just send it to me through PayPal, like the money. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm heading that way anyway. I'll just buy them, and I'll take them to you. And he was like, nah. And I was like, eventually I convinced him. So I go, I buy them. I end up buying them like them really nice ones. I buy him like some shirts and fucking like shirts and sweaters and shit. And I give it to him, and I go take him to eat. I go home. That night, he is at the casino gambling.
Trying to get 3 boots.
And I was,
Look at him, bro.
and I was like, damn, like, you know, like he fucking played me, telling me he had no money to his name, you know, like, you know, people don't fuck with them, they don't want to help him. Huh?
How much did you give him?
I gave him like $100. It wasn't that
He had
much.
100 on black, bro.
But I mean, like, to me, like, that's why.
Sounds like a gambler, bro. Honestly,
Sounds like a
Yeah.
degenerate gambler. That's
Yeah.
keeping it real.
Yeah. So that was my experience, and that's what, like, kind of, for a cool minute there, I was pretty butthurt about it. I was like, damn, like I felt like he manipulated me, because I knew that there was risk in me doing it, like, and not really risk for me, but more so like I felt like he was lying to me, right? So have you guys ever had a situation like that?
Let me tell you something about that, bro. Is that you can only control what you can control.
Right.
You can only control that you let him borrow the money.
And whatever he did,
You
with
can't
it is
control what he
right.
did, bro. And you know, and like you're gonna always be disappointed, and you're gonna always feel too much if you're trying to control what other people are gonna do. You know, and your half was to give the money. After that, you should just turn around and not care what he did, because you know what I mean. That
You did
came
your
through-
part.
Yeah, like now you're trying to do too much. Like, well, what kind of boots were they, bro? Did you buy socks with those boots? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, it's on him after that.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people kind of struggle with too. And like, where like I think like a lot of depression is stemmed from. It's like you're just trying to control too much. You're affected by other people's decisions, but you just you know, he asked for money. You let him borrow money, and after that, you're done. That's your end of the deal is over with. You know.
Bro, I also look at that, and I think the first thing honestly that comes to mind is, you know, he probably has a sickness or an addiction to gambling.
And
you
that-
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that's what I look at that as. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And you
to be able to like hustle your friend, your family, whatever that is,
to
you know,
feed your addiction.
point.
and to sit there and you know, kind of do that. Like I feel like, you know, I honestly would look at that like, you know, he's suffering from that, or he has that, he's addicted to that in
He
that
knows
way.
how to get what he wants.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then-
exactly.
And you
And
know,
we're-
and it's like being almost being an enabler, because although you're right, we shouldn't judge people. I still don't want to be part of the process that brings people down. You know, like even though it is maybe helpful at one point, to me, I don't want to be part of that, because I know they might grow out of it. You know, they might move on and do great things, but for the most part, most cases, it ends
Yeah,
you know, in a bad way.
You're not gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna come back a week later and ask you for another $100 for work boots, and you're gonna just say, "Well, yeah, you know, let me just keep giving because that's you know." No, I get that part.
So
but
do you cut him off?
Yeah, of course, bro.
You did your part.
You did your part. He showed you that he's not using your money for what he's saying. You know what I mean? Then you can go ahead, and this is where the love comes in, and where the real help. But not money doesn't really help. Is now you challenge them and you ask them why. You ask them what was the thought process behind that. Right, because now they're in a vulnerable situation where they might have to answer you, bro. And like now they got to reflect on why they did that, and that helps people when you can when you start reflecting on why you did something. What was the thought process behind that, bro? Like I wanted to help you get work boots, and you're at the casino. Like what was the thought process behind that? And
Yeah.
when you challenge people, you make them reflect on it. That helps them grow, and that's really the help. The $100 ain't helping nobody.
Because
You know what I mean?
they don't expect anybody to ask them that, you know?
They don't expect
They
anybody
just
to
expect
ask.
them to fucking be helped, and that's cool. He helped me, and that's it. He's not going to care anything else, you know what I mean?
And they'll just go to the next and the next and the next, and it's just.
I think that's a big missed opportunity for people, you know? that
And
are
that's-
going
yeah.
through shit, you know?
That's a great opportunity if you can. If you see that kind of problem, is to challenge that person. Ask them, you know, why are those decisions being made? If it's somebody you love and they trust you, and that's where the real help comes in.
That doesn't go, and I like to play devil's advocate. That doesn't go against trying to control everything, because
Well, you're not trying to control anything. You're just asking them to, you know. Well, first place, you're asking them because they came back to ask you for more money, right? You're not going out to go look for them. And shit. You're going out of your way.
So I shouldn't react to him doing that. It's more so if he comes to me.
Yeah, like now,
Again.
if it's becoming a problem, he's asking your mom, a brother, yourself again. Then now that gives you an opportunity to challenge him on why, you know, what happened the last time,
Right.
and what, you know, where's that stemming from, you know. But yeah, you're not gonna go out of your way to go look for him to go find those answers. No, you got better things to do. You know, you got awesome podcast going on. And,
Appreciate
that. Like, you know,
Cool.
You know, I remember like 10 years ago, I was at work one day and I had this lady. She like stormed into the office, acting all frantic. You know, that she needed money. You know, her son was stuck somewhere and she needed to get to him, and you know she needed to take all these buses and find a way to get to her son, but she needed like $20. You know, and she sounded very convincing. She was like, I have my ID, I have this, I'll leave it with you, and to make sure that I'm coming back, and then I'll pay you back. But just let me borrow the $20, and then after I'm done, getting my son, I'll bring the money back, type of thing.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember telling her, no, I don't need an ID. I don't, I'm doing this because, I want to do it, So I ended up giving her the money, and I didn't end up taking her ID or anything as collateral or anything, but she never came back. Never came back. But honestly, the way I made peace with it wasn't about her anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did that good deed for me, Like, that was the goodness of my heart.
Because you didn't expect anything in return.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it jacked me up for a little bit, I'll be honest. Because
she broke her word?
Yeah.
And she was so, like,
she made you feel bad about the lie, convinced you about this whole story.
And I'm thinking in my head, like,
who the fuck can we believe in?
Yeah, well, I even felt
they
like,
lied to a liar?
They lied to a liar.
Got you, bro. She got you, bro.
What would have happened?
I saw that happening. She had me at hello.
She would have never came back. Yeah, she was gonna die with that shit. Yeah,
and it worked, bro. It worked. But then ultimately, like I said,
she called the bluff. She called the bluff right there. Like, hey, take my ID.
Me up for a little bit because I was like, man, I really thought she would come back.
Yeah.
But then ultimately, the way I made peace with it was just that. It was just say, you know what? At the end of the day, I was doing that out of the goodness of my heart. So it is what it is.
And by the way, like what I was saying earlier about us being not manipulators, but really good at deflecting and, being quick on our feet. And we've met some people that are really good at that.
It's scary.
It's like we're rookies compared to some people we've met, bro. Like, they'll fucking really sell you a bag of shit. You know what I mean? And if you let them talk to you long enough, you'll buy that bag of shit.
Without blinking.
Like, that's how good they are, man. And people are
Can I
really...
have another one?
They'll have you fucking, telling all your friends about this bag, bro. Like, yeah. Yeah, like, motherfuckers out there are dangerous, bro. They're quick, they're fast, they've been through it.
It's interesting how their mind works, bro. Because it's really like it's a reflex. Is that sometimes
it's a survival, right? You wake up. There's a lot of people out there that maybe some of us at some point. You wake up every day and you don't know where your next meal is gonna come from, or you don't know where you're gonna sleep that night, and so you need to hustle your way every single day. You're just walking around trying to figure it out. So what does that do to you, bro? You become an animal, a human like animal, just
survival.
Well, your primal instinct.
They'll be looking at Gabriel thinking, what can I get from him? And that's just how like they'll just be looking at everybody like, what can I get from this guy? What can I squeeze out of this guy?
It's a primal instinct.
I was looking at my phone the other day and it kind of tripped me out on that, and it was like a short video of something. But
are you gonna get a beer?
Yeah, can you get us one?
Yeah. I need 2 actually, bro.
Yeah, 3.
3.
Pacifico.
3.
Edit this part out, though.
Yeah, no, we good.
I don't even work here.
Hey,
you're getting paid, right?
For tips, bro.
I hope so.
Anyway, I was watching this short video, and now because we're talking about like manipulators,
on your phone?
Hustling. So just
on your phone,
YouTube Shorts or whatever the case
okay.
is, right? I forgot if it was a YouTube one, but anyway, it was a short video. And there was this guy. He was saying how he hustles people every day, and I was like, man, this fool's ruthless. He would have an iPhone, and it would be like iCloud locked or whatever, right? So what he would do is he would sell the iPhone for like $600-700, right? And then he would give it to someone, and then that person would leave, and then all of a sudden he'd get a call, hey, but obviously he's already paid, hey, the phone's locked, and be like, okay, let me meet you here and I could unlock it. Sorry about that. And as soon as he would meet them there to unlock it, he would get the phone, boom, and take off.
Oh, shit.
And he said, I would do that maybe 10 times a day.
Oh, fuck.
To different people.
And he would record it or what?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't record it. He was just saying the story of what he was doing, and I'm like, damn, 10 times a day. This was sold his phone like 10 times, bro. Every time.
Wow.
And then he would just come back and be, oh, it's locked. All right, yeah, let's meet there again. I'll unlock it for you. And then he would get there. He would get the phone and boom and take off.
You remember?
shit.
You remember when we used to go on your Craigslist?
Oh yeah, I used to sell a lot of shit on
Yeah.
Craigslist, but I never scammed anybody.
We
like
got
that.
jacked
I
on
was-
Craigslist one time, no?
Oh,
We were-
shit.
Yeah, we went.
What's the story?
We went to Vegas and we went to a UFC fight. We were gonna go see a UFC fight, and we found some tickets on Craigslist, and the guy. There's another example, bro. This guy was calm, cool, and collected. Man, walked in. I even
Where'd
bought
you
him.
guys meet? Where'd you guys meet?
We were at the Cosmo. We were
Oh,
at the
okay.
Cosmo.
Damn.
Yeah.
In the casino, that's where you guys.
In the
you guys
casino,
Got jacked?
yeah, in the casino, he came in.
Uh-huh.
He had me buy him a drink too, bro.
Damn.
finesse
This
it,
guy,
bro.
remember? I don't know. Were you there, or was it Art and Chris?
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
That would
Joe
never
was like,
happen to
wouldn't
me.
have happened if I was there.
Now, the problem is that
I
I
would've
was
caught
in-
that shit on
bro. This guy
If I was
came
there,
in.
bro, it wouldn't have.
I got bad, bro, but it happened,
I
bro.
don't know. I don't know.
He took my dough. We went. The tickets weren't scanning. They weren't working. Like 800.
So you
Yeah,
were
that
scanning him
definitely
after
happened
he
with
took
me.
off.
Yeah, we bought him at the casino. Bought him a drink. We were bullshitting. He left.
You gave him cash?
Yeah, cash. The fight was, I think, the next day. It was Friday. The fight was Saturday. When we went, they were scanning the tickets. They were no good. It was too late. The fucking fool's phone was off. It was nowhere to be found.
How much did you guys pay? Do you
I think
remember?
it was like $800 between like 3 of us, 4 of us. Yeah.
That-
So
actually,
I mean, that was the last time I ever bought anything off of Craigslist.
Dude, that
bro.
boy had steak
I mean,
and
I
lobster
made
that
sure.
day, that night.
Yeah,
Let me
that
tell
dude
you.
was like, man, that little dumb
recently at
motherfucker.
it was last year December at a concert, Rolling Loud. So you bought it was a 3-day festival, music festival, and you had a wristband, right? And so when you go to concerts and shit, they sell shirts and all this other stuff, right? And so they were selling the wristbands, and each wristband is $350 to get into the festival. Well, I had a nephew with me, and he was
Why don't you say his name? I'm just kidding.
well, he needed a wristband, right? So I was like, I don't know, man, I don't know. It's kind of sketchy. And I was asking around. I was literally about to buy one because I only had 2 and I needed a third one. Luckily, I ended up sneaking them in. That's a different story. But I was gonna buy a wristband.
legal, all
and,
legal.
Literally, right before I got to the gate, I asked one of the security guards or one of the guys that was checking you in. I was like, are those wristbands, are they legit? And he was like, nah, don't buy them because when people that have been buying them, they walk in, they scan them in, and they're no good. It's just these resellers that are buying them, and they're flipping them, I guess, and they already went through the checkpoint or whatever, and they're no good or some shit like that.
That sounds like a one-time kind of sell.
Yeah,
no?
it's like a
'Cause-
one-time sell. I guess they buy them and then they return them or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not active anymore. But the wristband is still the wristband. You don't
Right,
know
right.
that until you scan them in. When you
And
go
now
to
you got to be
fucking-
careful, bro. We're in a recession
Mm-hmm,
right now, and so people are gonna start getting desperate. People are.
You
Losing
think that's a
jobs.
mentality though?
What?
Recession,
Well, that's exactly
like a
what it is.
mentality, like I don't know. A lot of the times I feel
Well,
like
it's real, bro. I mean, inflation.
it's coming.
Inflation. No,
I
it's
think
here.
it's coming.
We're here, bro.
I don't know about
it's
here.
it's reality.
You're
Oh,
never gonna
here.
really know. Like, it's not gonna announce itself, bro. Like, hey, recession, I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, you're here.
Hey,
bro.
we'll be here. We'll be there
would
next
say that a
Monday.
lot.
Yeah, I mean, like, recession is all up in here now, and people are feeling it. And inflation is real. We know
Nah,
that.
but
And
I
interest
think-
rates are real.
Yeah, that's for
You
sure.
know,
for
and-
real, but
and so on and so forth. So people are getting desperate now. I'm in the trucking business, so I see it firsthand. Like we get a front row seat to the economy, right? Because when people are not buying and saving their money,
You're
then
not
we're
buying.
not shipping as much stuff, right? And when people are getting those stimulus checks and
But,
stuck in coronavirus buying Amazon, we had so much work we couldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Prices were through the roof. So I mean, the recession's here, bro. We're feeling it in trucking.
yeah.
And so that's
Feeling
really,
it as in like it's as far as like what you were making or whatever the economy was compared to
we're just
before
feeling
COVID.
we're just feeling
You
it
think
as
it's back to what COVID
tighter.
was before COVID?
we're feeling it as far as when COVID was around, we were overwhelmed with work. Now it's slower, No, my type of business, my organization we're from is just, we stay steady. We have a lot of accounts and a lot of customers, a lot of friends in the business. So
You work for a trucking company?
yeah, well, I own a small trucking company within a bigger company, and
Oh,
so we
okay.
operate like that. But yeah, we've been pretty much, masters at the trucking business. I've been around for like 11, 12 years, so we've we made a lot of friends, a lot of contacts. So we'll survive. We'll be all right, you know. And we
But-
stay steady. Like I said, we're survivors, bro. We're solution seekers. We're not gonna, knock on wood, right? Like anything
Yeah.
can happen to anybody, but the recession can never touch hardworking people
No.
that get up every day.
And that goes to what I'm saying is as far as the mentality, like, you know, having the mentality of, oh, recession's coming. But if someone that's a hard worker and not,
Well, like unfortunately,
You know what I
right?
mean?
Like unfortunately, like if you like, we just talked on the way here. Like unfortunately, like salesmen, car salesmen, stuff like that. Like people are not buying stuff, bro.
Right.
Like
It
you
fucks
can
with
work
their
hard
mental,
all
though.
you want.
you know what I mean?
You can go and be the hardest worker at these
Yeah.
lots, and if
The
people aren't
flyest
buying,
worker.
if people aren't buying cars, it don't matter if you're the best
Right.
salesman in the world.
You ain't
bro.
making no
so those
money.
people are going to be affected. Sales people are going to be affected, right? Like a lot of people are going to be laid off. Amazon people are already being laid off, and so those effects are going to be felt, bro, because those people aren't going to have the money to buy,
Right.
and the economy is going to come down, and we haven't even felt it yet, like he said.
The full effect. At least.
Yeah. We're in a recession, no doubt, but we haven't felt the
This
worst
could be
of
another
it.
year. That's what they're
Well, why? Because everybody's hanging out for dear life, bro. Right? Everybody's gonna going into their savings first. You know, start selling shit off,
Getting
and
loans.
and then it becomes a problem.
Becoming a drug dealer.
Oh,
Cartel?
And
never
yeah,
that.
and then you didn't tell them about your OnlyFans? That's-
Oh,
Holy
hey,
shit.
shout yourself out, dog. Shout yourself out,
it's
bro.
at Joe's ass.
Hey, we'll put a link up here for you guys.
Ruckus.
Hey, swipe up,
Joe
swipe up. Joe
Holy
Ruckus
shit,
ass.
dude.
Ruckus Joe.
That's
Instant billionaire.
Hey, let me tell you about this guy, bro.
Is it the eyes?
If you had an OnlyFans, you would make some money, bro.
Hey, that's true friendship right there.
Yeah.
Honestly, you believe in your boy.
You know, as a matter of fact, I would fucking buy that OnlyFans. No, yeah.
Just
what?
to make fun of that shit right there. Stupid.
Is that a thing? OnlyFans for guys?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
He's on it.
Toes are.
I make some pretty good
Put
money.
toes.
Guys' toes, that's
Bro, they
nasty,
put
bro.
toes on there.
Guys, stuff. Hey, they won't know the difference, bro.
They won't. They won't.
Bro, there's girls out there that fucking just make a toe Instagram. Just
So-
Bro, there's some fucking millionaire hoes now. That's crazy, bro.
Smart bitches.
It's cool. I mean, why not? You know, there's a bunch of
It's
desperate. Have you seen a lot of these desperate dudes on the comments?
Oh yeah, dude, thirsty motherfuckers.
They'll
man.
pay anything, bro.
Like drowning motherfuckers look like SpongeBob.
I want to ask you this though, since you're in the trucking business, you've been in there a cool minute. There's rumors, and I don't know if they're rumors, and that's why I'm asking you. Have you heard that the diesel fuel is running out in New York?
No,
You know.
that's a rumor for sure.
All right, so no validity
Fake
to
news.
That's
fake
that,
news.
You know that myth was created by Elon Musk and his electric trucks, bro.
that. Are you trying to get one or not?
Nah, I don't. You know what? I'm old school, bro. Like, you know, I'm 40, so I'm hopefully I'm out of this whole thing before it starts getting too crazy and with the electric stuff. I don't think we'll see a lot of that in our lifetime.
No.
you know,
Bro,
maybe
they're
our
going to be
kids.
mandated by like 2029.
What's it? It's 2022,
2035,
bro.
I think, right? That's like right around the corner, bro.
It's like right around the
2035
corner.
is like 15 years from now, bro. What are you talking about?
I don't even want to
Not
picture
even-
that shit.
Bro,
I'm
they're
good.
going to be mandated though.
I heard.
You're
Yeah.
not going to be able to have a.
I mean, we there was already, like, in California, it's pretty strict. Like, you can't have a truck older than 2008. You know, in California,
Just
registered here
just like they're
Yeah,
making it
because
like
the exhaust,
because
right?
the emissions and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So you know,
like
what I mean,
in
all that.
houses.
But that's a good thing, bro. Get all those junky trucks out of the way, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean? Right? That's what's happening now. It's a recycle. It's a recycle of the weakest are getting left behind and the strong survive. Excuse me.
Survival of the fittest.
The people that make it through this whole recession, bro, are really gonna benefit.
Hey, a lot of companies, you know, fucking are born in recessions. You know, look like Uber.
Well,
all
the
those other companies are
the most millionaires are made through these recessions, right? Like ready to pop off. He's ready to be a millionaire through the stock market.
I know.
He's banking on that, you know, and he could. He
That's
might,
when the
he
stock
might,
market's on sale.
He
bro.
might not be wrong. I know it's just about timing. The thing is that it doesn't matter. You can if you don't sell, then you never have no money.
Yeah.
You gotta sell. You know, at some point.
Can't just keep holding on to it.
That's fucking. That's pretty crazy. Are you guys invested in stocks?
Yeah, we got some. I call it Crip No.
Crypto.
It's pretty bad.
Hey,
but-
that's crazy about a lot of the CEOs getting whacked off. You know.
bro. It's not regulated. Just pee on yourself, bro.
Oh shit.
All right, you want to take a break?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back here for the second hour.
Peace.
In And that'll do it for this episode of the Badass Kids Show. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for sticking around. We'll see you here on episode 2. Peace.